There you go. So you're
If
Lemony
you don't
Snicket.
know what that means, you didn't exactly. You didn't read a series of
You
unfortunate
didn't read a
events
series
as
of
a kid.
unfortunate events, and that's really an unfortunate event that you didn't read a series of
I
unfortunate event.
still read that book and I get confused.
It's in the like the second to last book is called The Penultimate Peril. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. It's all right. Leslie, we can discuss the finer points of Lemony Snicket later. First, it's time for our sponsors. I'm trying to get through this as quick as possible because I want to make sure I jump right into the game. All right, we got 3 awesome sponsors hosting us tonight. You can go ahead and use the same code for all 3, and they're all going to give you 10% off. Boom. You're basically getting tax-free and then some. It's like driving to Delaware without all the stinkiness. Sorry, Delawareans. I apologize. All right, the first place you can go to is Dice Envy. Go ahead, go to Dice Envy, get all your beautiful dice, stuff that isn't going to cost an arm and a leg that you can fill your coffers with. Be roll and be the envy of everyone everywhere, and still roll with a little bit of style and money in your wallet, which is always nice. Secondly, we're going to be sponsored by 1985 Games. They just ended some awesome Kickstarter, and we have some beautiful VHS dice that they're starting to give away and like set up and everything that you can purchase from them. Plus, as well as journals, rolling mats, and all sort of accessories such as map tiles. And yet again, not an exuberant cost, so it doesn't cost you your month's rent in order to supply your game table with some neat accessories. Yet again, comfort, 10% off. And then finally, I'm not offering dice, I'm not offering RPG accessories, I'm offering you Calo. Boom. Q-Focus, I use this a lot. I love Q-Focus. Q-Focus is amazing. I take it when I play League of Legends. It keeps me focused, it keeps me hyped. Well, actually, when I'm doing work, I take it, and it just kind of gives me a little bit of boost. Drink it with my coffee in the morning, and I'm usually ready to work for the day. That's why I'm always working. That's why I'm talking this fast. But yeah, also, comfort, 10% off. Get off your Calo. Go ahead and try Q-Focus today. If you want to get some more energy, get the powder mix of Q Energy, or if you need to sleep, they got Q Sleep as well. But who needs to sleep when you have friends late at night like us? All right, that's it. We went through our sponsors. Now it's time to introduce my amazing guest that has returned today for the second time. I don't know why they weren't scared off the first time, but hell, here we are. Calamity, introduce yourself and tell them who you are if they don't know already.
Oh, why am I hearing double of me? Are y'all hearing that?
Do you have the stream open?
Yeah, but it's muted.
Oh, wild.
That's wild. No, we
I'm
should.
hearing myself. Anyway, I'm gonna try to ignore that. Hello, I'm Princess Calamity, pronoun she, they. I am a content creator and game developer, and I am here today playing Aelita again. I'm so excited to be back and playing with everyone. Last week was so fun. So yeah.
All right, and then in the normal order that we have done for 2 years, I know you know it. Please introduce yourself and tell everyone who you're playing.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley or Aid, and I'm here once again to play Sarah Farron.
Hi, I'm Lucian, and I'm here to play Ben Solo.
Hi everyone, I'm Leslie and I'm here to play San.
Hi everybody, I'm Zeke, and I'm Alpha.
Blessed be, that was perfect. Very perfect. And it's a reminder to everyone at home and to the cast and crew that we try to keep this stream PG-13, so that means no F-bombs. We were successful. Like the last 2 weeks, we were able to keep F-bombs off for the majority of our show, if not at all. So, good job to everyone. Glad we fixed those potty mouths of our, and we have to stop donating to the Carrion Comfort Swear Jar. I know our pockets are feeling a little bit light after these last couple year or two. But that being said, it's wild, it's time, it's here. It's time to begin our episode of Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War. Episode 18, Interstitial. Hey Leslie, how you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about San? How's San doing?
I mean, I think San's chilling. Last I remember, San was heading off through a duct.
Yeah. Well, you were headed off through your own like little narrow passageway. And
yeah, I thought I remembered it being small. I couldn't remember if it was exactly a duct or not.
And I think it's time we jump over to San and see what San was doing during all this commotion. You walk for a very long time in complete darkness, to the points where the details of the wall start to kind of fade away from you. It's that type of fear. It's that type of peace, even, where you can't even see yourself anymore. You're just seeing the echoes of your heart. Slon, you have a lot to think about, right?
I mean, yeah, at this point in time, there's a lot happening.
What's the first forefront of your mind?
I think the first forefront at San's mind is still thinking about what she's going to do when they get to Kingdom Hearts, because she still doesn't... She doesn't trust Doctor Strange. She doesn't trust the Master of Darkness. She does trust what Master Strange PhD told her to do, which was to follow her heart, because that's what she's been doing the whole time. But I think she is still skeptical.
And something that kind of comes to your mind is you hear a tiny voice in your head about maybe an hour after walking. Son.
Venom?
Yes.
How did you hitch a ride here?
Symbiote. If there's someone, they always leave a little something. But that something's leaving.
Do you mean, like, permanently?
Yes.
What happened to you? Are you okay? Well, I guess you're not okay if you're telling me you're leaving, huh? Is Ben okay? Well, Kylo?
Follow his heart. And I believe you will.
But he doesn't need you to stick together anymore?
Anymore.
Well, that's kind of good to hear. I'm sorry you're going out this way, Venom. I know I'm not your biggest fan. But you weren't as awful as you could have been.
I appreciate you, son. I really do. I came to deliver an observation, a warning.
Okay. I'm listening.
Your heart. It's troubled.
That's a fair assessment.
I'm so busy. Fall. If Kylo would become darkness that they did not even see the struggles happening and their comrade right beside them.
I mean, that's fair. But my goal has always been to follow my heart, and that will lead me to the right place. I just don't trust Doctor Strange, Master Strange. I don't trust the Master of Darkness. I think they were all trying to use this as pawns to begin with.
Do you trust anyone?
Of course. I trust my friends.
You didn't trust the humans at first.
That's fair. I didn't. It took time, but I know my friends have my back no matter what.
There's another. Another who has hitched a ride. In the solace of your soul. He's searching for his friend.
From my past life?
I'm not sure. A boy.
Okay. Is it Ashitaka?
And Venom stops for a second, and you hear him say,
Son.
Well, I'll be sure to look for them. Take care,
Okay.
Venom. Rest easy.
and someone you didn't trust. But maybe in the last moments, you might have given him a second thought. He disappears forever, and you can no longer feel your connection to Venom. You keep walking, Son. And it is about maybe half an hour later. You're not sure if you're walking in the right direction anymore. You hear another phantom. Son. Son.
Yes?
As you hear the voice of Doctor Strange.
I'm here, PhD.
Hey, I'm gonna try to do my Zach impression. I'm not gonna
You're
be able
MD.
to.
You're MD, right? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
MD, not
MD,
PhD.
not
Yeah, that's close.
PhD. Yeah, and Master of Darkness, Doctor Strange. Is that what MD stands for? No. You hear a voice, and the voice says to you, "Son, listen to me carefully.
Okay.
I'm hitching a ride out of here, unfortunately."
Oh, so something bad has happened to a couple of you, huh?
You'll see when you get to the end, but there's not much left.
Okay. Oh, not much left as in...
Of anything.
Okay, that's, we didn't all think we were going to make it out of this alive. I thought this path going alone would have been a little more treacherous, but, that's okay. Sounds like you all got the worst deal.
I wanted to give you something.
Okay. Sure. Is it some weird advice?
No.
Oh.
It's something I left for you before the battle began. It's in your right pocket of your fur.
Of my cloak? Okay. She'll go into the pocket and fish it out.
And inside of it, you find a little black box. It was calling out to you.
Is this to
Yes. I kept it because I believed I could have fulfilled that mission. But I wasn't able to.
be? Wait, what's the mission though?
She
Do I
was-
need...
She was looking for someone.
Is she looking for nines?
I don't know who that is.
Well, 9S, I guess, is his proper name. But we wound up on the beach together.
Then maybe it was fate. Maybe that's why the box pulled towards you. Because it knew. Thon, you have a very important choice coming up ahead of you.
Sounds like.
You're strong, but you're not too aggressive. You're fierce, but you're not without compassion. You're emotional, but you're not easily swayed. You have always been the most virtuous member of the Guardians. Where Sarah might be known for her diplomacy and kindness, and Alpha might be known for their morality, and Ben might be known for their combativeness. Who, without fail, in your group has stood before the darkness and has never fallen for it, has never fallen into despair, has never doubted themselves? You might have had internal debates now and again, but you always knew to trust yourself and put your best foot forward.
That's fair. That's how I was, well, that's kind of how I was raised, but then I learned better when I met Ashitaka and saved the forest.
To get to Kingdom Hearts, I don't know what you'll encounter in there. But whatever you do, whether it be the road that I originally envisioned for all of us or not, just don't back down from it.
That I can promise you. I certainly won't. And I'll be sure to follow my heart.
Excellent.
Maybe I was wrong to be skeptical of you.
No, you are completely right.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Not gonna
everything,
sugarcoat that.
I summoned you in the war because I was desperate. I needed people. I needed soldiers to fight for the light. Even though I didn't quite understand that light. But I did it because that was my gut feeling. And a lot of people got hurt because of it. And now, even I had doubts that maybe that wasn't my deal. You know, someone told me something months long ago, that I always had to be the one holding the knife. And I think that was very true.
I would agree with that. They were pretty right.
I don't know where I'm going after this, but
well,
I want you to know I'm never too far.
I appreciate that. I hope wherever you're going, you find that person again. It seems like they had some pretty good advice.
I probably have to jump through a lot of world lines to do that.
Oh.
Goodbye, son.
Goodbye, Master Strange, MD.
Please. Call me Steven.
Okay, Steven.
You're right, that was strange. Let's not do that again. And then you just hear his voice kind of fade from your head.
That was pretty weird.
And then you get another pop in. By the way, go see the Multiverse of Madness. Out now in theaters. And then it fades back in.
Disney.
Disney with your ad placement. You're walking through the void. You just see like a sign up for 1 free month of Disney Plus now, like hovering in the background.
Perfect. Also, I imagine San is also still in her Keyblade armor.
Mm-hmm.
But she does still have the fur cloak on the outside of the Keyblade armor.
Oh yeah, for
something
sure.
I would like to specify. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't remember if I described San's armor.
You watch as the box kind of resonates, like it wants to come closer to you.
San like looks at it in her hand, and will just kind of like, I guess like kind of hold it like against like her chest, if that makes sense.
And it sinks in as you watch your Keyblade armor begin to change.
Okay.
As the armor gets motif and accents of black in it. And you watch as... Are you wearing a helmet?
Yeah, San's probably still got her helmet on, because it's not like she was talking to anyone. And I think the helmet has, like, the mask that she usually wears with, like, wolf ears on top.
You watch as the kind of... From the back of the helmet... Like, you know how they would have those, like, kind of like the fake hair coming out?
Mm-hmm.
You see as brilliant white hair begins to flow out. And a black visor is added to your armor. your Keyblade itself actually, Key Spear I should say, looks more determined on it as it gets a metallic shine to it.
This is a nice upgrade. Thank you, 2B.
And then you step out into the light. As do the rest of you. As do the rest of you. Alita, coming with Alpha. Sarah, not far behind Ben. The 5 of you reach the end. In a big kind of antechamber. Energy coils arc electricity through the air around it as they flow straight ahead. A single door awaits you. Tall, massive, but you know you can open it if you wanted to. And you all look around and you... Alita and Alpha, you wait for Kim to join, but Kim does not come. Sarah and Ben, you wait for Max to come trotting up behind them, but he does not show. Son, you look to all your friends' faces and see there is not happiness and victory, but rather there are scars of battle, torn slices into their armor. If parts of their helmet have been revealed, you can see grim faces underneath. Specifically, Ben looks like he's changed. His armor now flashy with white instead of the crisp jet black that had adorned it before.
Well, I'm happy to see everyone.
I'm glad none of you are dead.
Agreed. I'm sorry. It seems like you all have been through a lot.
A little bit. But we're almost done, so...
We're almost done.
You're almost done. Sarah, Alpha, Alita, do you say anything?
I think Alpha doesn't say anything, but just like runs and like probably hugs both Ben and San around the leg at the same time.
This is a head pat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think Sarah says, no one said the road was gonna be easy. But we've made it this far, right?
We've made it this far.
And we still have each other.
Friendship.
Think Ben looks up at Alita and goes, oh god, y'all did friendships, and I want to do friendship. Yeah, so he looks up at Alita and goes, yeah, we have each other. And everybody goes, friendship. And he goes, because of friendship.
I think San would extend an arm to Ben and just pat him on the shoulder. Because of friendship.
Do you all just like break down like what's happening? You all just kind of start laughing.
There's probably a little laugh, yeah.
Yeah, like this
Probably,
is
yeah.
it's actually kind of beautiful. It's like that moment of catharsis after like the fierce battles.
Yeah, and there's definitely like a sense of like pride coming from Sarah to Ben, but then like as like a few minutes or a few moments pass, and then she just starts to giggle because it's a little ridiculous. But
here's an important question: do you like tell everyone where the rest of your group is? Like what happened, or you just feel like maybe it's better off just it's kind of known, unheard?
No, I think Ben will explain at least the parts that he was like, super there for. So like, Venom attached himself to Carnage and he had to kill Venom and Carnage at the same time, and then he fought his grandfather, and his grandfather was a replica, and then about the moment with Kim and all this stuff. And he probably has one single tear. One single tear goes down his face because he got a lot of his crying out earlier.
And I think as Ben is like explaining it, you can see Sarah's expression kind of fall a little as she remembers what happens. But then when the story wraps up, she tries to put on a little more of a determined look, and she says, we can't let their sacrifice be in vain, right?
Right.
And then the door opens. And you step out. I do say out, not in. To the reactor core. And as you kind of look, you watch as the first thing that you see hurtling towards you is a body that skids across as you enter into a giant, looks to be like an open air atrium. You can see that the walls are high with the energy generators. You can see that there is a huge energy source hanging in the air, which you can only assume is the reactor core. And you can see a multitude of people. You watch as Ephemer skids across. The last dandelion getting up slowly. And you see trading the blow, drawing his sword and kind of like whipping it through the air, is Alternus Dim. Behind Ephemer, you see the lady cloaked in black, green-skinned, with hints and accents of purple, the witch known as Maleficent. And across, ascending on a huge throne before the control panel of the Death Star itself, the familiar cloaked figure. Maleficent looks at the beaten Ephemer and goes, I really thought you dandelions would be stronger than this. And you come to as Alternus has his red kind of saber pointed at Ephemer's throat. And then he stops as the 5 of you enter.
Nick, real quick.
Yes.
I meant to say earlier, but I forgot. I wanted to do a little healing.
I'm going to say everyone's healed for
this.
this fight. Everyone gets healed for this
Okay.
fight, yeah, because this is
Cool.
like the final area. You know what? It's fine. I need you as healthy as you can so I can beat
Look,
the hell
you're
out
the
of
one
you.
who said before that we would keep
Yeah,
track.
and then I went in on it because I wanted to have cool fights, and I was like, you know what? I can't just kick. It's like Kingdom Hearts. You got to get that last. This is the last save
This is a
point.
save point, yeah.
It was the last save point. And Alternus goes, you came. And
Well,
look,
yeah, we did.
Yeah, we promised, right?
and Alternus looks down at Ephemer, and Ephemer just like can't even lift the Keyblade anymore. And Alternus turns to the Emperor. And the Emperor looks with a smile and goes, kill him. Kill him now.
San's gonna interfere.
Are you gonna-
If
Elia's
Dim goes
gonna
in,
interfere too.
Yeah.
I imagine Alternus, like, Alternus kind of looks a little hesitant before he just, like, kind of sighs and then raises his blade. and you watch as like before we see this close up of him swinging, almost like half-heartedly, as Aelita and San both sweep in and stop the blade. And even though you can't see his eyes, you almost can see in that expression of his mask that maybe he's a little grateful that you did step in. Ephemer is crawling out. Maleficent. I can't beat him. And Maleficent kind of looks down and goes,
You should get him out of here. Ma'am.
You were nothing
Bitch.
more than a lonesome copy. And with a tap of her kind of like staff on the ground, you watch as Ephemer is ignited into green flames. And disappears. Before Maleficent goes plucking a single point of light and putting it in her pocket. This has been very difficult. You 5.
Lady, you should get out of here.
While I'm so close to my goal, to Kingdom Hearts, don't take me for a fool.
No, I just mean because we're gonna beat you up too.
I'd really like to see you try. And plus, you have other problems to think about. As you look, as Alternus kind of takes a step back and levies his blade, have you made your choice?
Yes?
I was gonna say, I feel like Ben might have a thing to say, but
You don't look so sure. I give you one last choice option. Accept my road and path. Join me, my friends. And we can make the next world a better one.
Or, I mean, usually when you say there's a choice, you get an or.
Or you would leave me no choice but for our ideologies to clash right here and now. I do not wish to fight you, but I will, for the betterment of everyone, and especially for you.
What does your heart tell you is the right way?
My heart tells me what I'm doing is the right choice. I know you don't you don't understand it, but one day one of you might.
Can I deep dive?
Sure.
I know it seems weird to want to deep dive here.
Does anyone else want to deep dive too?
My character just had a weird time with things.
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
totally
well, one
deep
guy
dive
just
if you
decided
want.
to fall off of it.
I know. I
Okay.
hate when that happens.
Well, that's a 5, so I guess it doesn't matter. Just tell me something I wish I didn't know.
dang.
Or I wish wasn't true. I suppose is the...
I think I told you this before, but I'm gonna reiterate it. So, what you're fighting before, you don't sense darkness on Alternus, like at all.
Does it...
You can't unlock Alternus's heart like you normally do with the other Seekers, because his heart is already made of light. He's not being controlled. He is doing this on his whim. What he believes he is doing is the right choice.
Okay, that actually answers what I was gonna get for anyway. Because he just, like, had fought a replica who couldn't control what he's doing.
No, this is very much all Alternus.
Oh, I also forgot to say that San's armor probably looks similar to Terra's armor, like body-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
With, like, because Terra has the little cape.
Yeah, it's a cape and it's got the little pointy ears.
Yeah.
Alternus.
Ben. He says it with such familiarity.
It's clear that you've tried this path many times, but isn't that the definition of insanity? To do the same thing over and over and expect a different result?
Don't speak to me of what paths I have gone and gone down. I should be saying the same to you.
I feel like in this one life, or sub-life, I suppose, I've walked nearly every path there is to walk, and we are here.
Actually, would you believe me if I told you this is the first time you've ever walked the path you're on now? Usually, it's the opposite.
What do you mean, usually?
How do you know so much?
My ability.
Alternus. You want us to make a choice, but I don't think it's fair to ask us to make that choice if we don't have all the information. So, why don't you tell us the truth?
Yes. Alternus. Tell him the truth. Show them why this is the path you chose.
Shut up, you stinky man!
Roll me AD Fend from Harm.
Oh,
Who?
no.
Who?
Alpha.
Okay, I was gonna say you just like roll me. Who are we attacking?
Is
That's a
Palpatine
9.
upset that Alpha called him stinky? Because let's be real, the man does look like cheese.
I don't know what cheese you're eating, but I do not want to eat that type of cheese.
It's actually really good.
That was a 9, Nick.
Looks like a good old blue cheese.
You watch, you feel as you're being lifted up, and you're tossed into a wall, Alpha. You don't take any, I'll say you don't take any damage, but you feel yourself plunge off your feet for the time being.
Ben's head snaps to Palpatine as he's waiting for Alternus to answer.
Alternus, tell them of the tale that got you here.
I mean, you can tell us without listening to him. We'll pretend he didn't say anything.
And you watch as he clicks, and no, he doesn't. He's not going to do that yet. He's going to look at you through the mask, and
Retcon!
GM's allowed to do whatever the F
I'm
he
aware,
wants.
it's just funny.
There you go. Yeah, have you ever heard the tragedy of Doth dim the wise? No. He goes, my ability is based around time. Do you know how many world lines I've jumped? How many versions of the events that we've played out have happened? I originally was summoned as a guardian of light. Like you were told. We made no lies there. And I fought alongside San, Sarah, Alpha, Aelita. And the events happened very much the same. Up until this moment, when I fought the final Seeker, Kylo Ren, to a standstill. After he had betrayed his master and attempted to take the darkness for himself. I watched as my comrades fell before my knees, defeated with a single slice of a lightsaber, before I managed, after giving in to the darkest parts, to finish off the last Seeker. And amongst their bodies, I claimed Kingdom Hearts as my own. And it gave me the wish.
What did you wish for?
I wished for another chance. For my friends to be here with me once more. And I went through the path again, and I fought in the war. And this time I tried to change things. I saved Caspian. But then I allowed Alpha to die. I tried to stop Ben. And the outcome was just the same. My friends fell before me, I the only one left, and I reached Kingdom Hearts again. And it gave me a wish. And so I went back in time, again. And I tried, and the same outcome happened, and I went back in time again, and again, and again, and again. And I did this for 9 cycles.
That's a lot to put on yourself.
9 ages, 9 versions of you I saw dead before my feet. Either slayed by seekers here, seekers there, or ultimately felled by Kylo Ren. And then...
Well, no, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
And last time, I decided to do something different. I talked. Specifically to the Seekers, to Palpatine. And I realized something. The reason we fought this war, it wasn't for anything else but Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was the reason the Interstitial War happened. The Interstitial War happens because Kingdom Hearts is here. If I remove it out of the equation, no one ever has to fight. Sure, sacrifices will be made of this world line. And the sacrifices are immense. But when you see countless versions, countless people, versions of these people already slaughtered in the aftermath, it doesn't matter. And so I did something different. I switched. I allowed Kylo Ren to be born as Ben Solo, as a Guardian of Light. And I took his place as a Seeker. And I watched as the 7 of you flourished. You fought back Seekers, and still you have made it to this place. As a Seeker, I will destroy Kingdom Hearts. For it was not your survival this time I prioritized, rather the end of a cycle.
What if I said to you I haven't made up my mind yet?
Then I would ask that you do so now.
I'm going to follow my heart once we get to that point. I think I'll find the answer there. I was skeptical of Master Strange, and I'm skeptical of the Master of Darkness. I don't think either of them have the right answer.
You don't understand.
I want to extinguish the Master of Darkness, and then I want to go find Kingdom Hearts with my friends. And we'll decide what to do from there.
Do you all feel this way?
I think Sarah gives a very determined sort of single nod, and she says, "We've been kept in the dark." She pauses, pun unintended, for a lot of this war. We've been told that we were summoned to do this, that we must do that. But through it all, we've been together and we've been able to get this far together. So even if we don't have all the answers, even if we don't know what the right path is, once we get there, as long as we're together, I think we'll be able to choose that.
Alpha, Ben, Alita.
I'm sorry, Alternus, that you've suffered this way. But I can't give you an answer that you will like in this moment.
I am with my friends. That is my answer.
Alternus? I know that you've made up your mind. And to be honest, you have a lot more information about everything than we do. I mean, how long have you had to learn? But the one thing that's always been true through my original life and through this one is that when we follow our hearts, that's when things turn out the best. And when we stick together with teamwork and friendship, that's when things turn out the best. So, I know you're probably going to want to fight us, and I understand. But I still think of you as a friend. I think of a lot of the Seekers as my friends. And all I want, and all I've wanted since the beginning of this, for all of us to just be friends, to just live without the stakes of darkness and light on the line. So, while I don't necessarily disagree with you that Kingdom Hearts is the root of the problem, I don't think the answer is siding with that mean guy up there. And so, if we're gonna fight, then I guess let's fight. But I would really like it if once the Master of Darkness is taken care of, if we could all go through that door together.
You've traversed many worlds. You have met many people. And you have done many things. And yet, you still know nothing. When I destroy Kingdom Hearts, you'll know I've made the right choice. And you know I made it because I love all of you. But for now,
You don't need the Emperor to go through this.
brave. Everyone roll to defend. As you watch, with a disadvantage, as you say, as you watch as everything goes black and time stops.
Light. Okay. Let me spend a light link.
Oh, that's right. With light. Duh. So that's 11.
Also, if you're in the watch together and you play Final Fantasy XIV and you haven't played Shadowbringers, probably don't watch the video.
I haven't, so I won't.
Still a realm reborn.
I'm on Heaven's Ward.
Me too.
I got 10.
Nice. Give me 1 second.
Did anybody fail?
Me!
Oh, sweet. I'm going to get +1. Because I have You'll Never Take Their Heart.
I got a 6.
Oh my gosh.
I got a 6.
Alright, so who got less than a 7? Raise your hand.
Me. Welcome back.
Oh, it's
self.
just Sog, it's just, and everyone else. Who got 10 plus? Just Aelita?
I just got 10.
Okay.
I got a 7.
12.
I got a mid-success. okay though. It's okay. It's worthwhile for my next strike.
Who here has watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I have.
Only the first season.
That's what you need. You remember when Dio does like the world and everything freezes? It's kind of like that. As everything freezes and you watch Alternus disappear in an instant. And then you feel as he slices through you. Thon, take 2 damage. As he knocks you on your ass, striking through your Keyblade armor. Ben, take 1 damage as you trade blows. And you are pushed to the edge. Alita and Alpha, you manage to only take minor scratches but you can feel the storm of blades hitting you as he might have slashed you 100 different times in that combo. And he points to you. I don't take any solace in this, my friends. One day, you'll know why I did this. What do you do?
I have words I want to say to Alternus, but I'll let someone else do, like, actions first.
And he would actually say, look at you, and he goes, this fight is mine. This is my story. And you wonder who's the main character of this campaign. You're not sure.
Well, considering... Never mind.
I would like to use we need to think before we act. So Nick, what here will keep my friends safe?
Avoiding the flank. As you can see, Maleficent is leering.
I thought that might be the case. Okay. So the other thing I definitely want to do here is spend a heart link to... Well, actually, no, I can't use that. I will use that on Maleficent. because Alternus is not a dark force.
Nope.
But I will spend a heart link to make Maleficent stumble or fall at an opportune moment.
That's gonna affect her roll. Alita, what are you doing?
I think Alia's going right after Alternus. And because she's still on her feet, so I think she's just gonna go right after him. And there's the 2 options. Oh no, I have too many tabs. I'm so sorry. I think she's going to strike to subdue.
Okay.
Not strike with intent.
All right, so you're gonna roll with, I believe, mastery for that.
Mm-hmm. Seven.
Awesome. So you got your options. You're gonna deal a harm. You're gonna choose one. You don't deal any harm, but you can take something from them, force a change of location, or de-escalate the situation.
I guess if I took something, what is... I don't know, this might be too dramatic. Can I take... no, I don't know. I want to take his helmet, kind of.
Oh, you want to strike his
I want to do
helmet
that.
off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us see.
I was going to say, if he's going to fight us, he's got to face us. So I'm going to take his helmet.
Nick tried to keep it from us, but we
boy.
got it.
I don't have to do this, but okay. I'm gonna say you take part of his helmet off. As you can see... Oh, I need to look at the... As you see a red eye looking back at you and black hair. Yeah, I know. That's the face my players are making, because meta-wise, they don't know who's supposed to be under there, or because player-wise they don't know, or character-wise they don't know.
It's Doctor Strange. Before it's Doctor Strange.
It's always been Doctor Shit now.
He's back.
It's Zach, specifically, not Doctor. It's Zach.
Just Zach, no Cody, but only Zach.
I was saying like Zach, the actual person that plays.
The person.
That plays
The real life person.
Yeah. Zach and Cody also have blonde hair, you know, on account of being twins.
Did you want to say what you were going to say now? Yeah. Or should I go, Ashley?
Oh.
Because I know what I want to do.
So I think that Sarah's just gonna... She assumes a, like, combat-ready stance. And she says to Alternus, if this is what your heart truly believes is right, then fight with everything you've got. Because I know that we are. And she is going to, despite her battle-ready stance, she is going to kind of put her hands together and cast some magic. I know, wild, right?
Okay, what are you casting? What is your intent?
Just a Cure Raga type.
You're trying to heal people?
Healing spell.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're gonna try to heal Alita? Okay.
Is Alita hurt?
Or not Alita, San.
San and Ben.
Okay, cool.
I know.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Cool.
So we will
You're gonna heal them.
Heal a harm, hit multiple, be bombastic.
So you're both gonna heal 1 harm, and you watch as I'm gonna say you both take +1 forward for your next roll, Thon and Ben.
You can feel the power and warmth of friendship flowing through you. And Mog goes Kubo.
Kubo. No, Mog goes Kubo. He's just buff now.
Okay.
He also wears Keyblade armor. It's Moogle armor though.
A little armor on the little Moogle bit. All right. So there's that like whirl of a bit of fighting, and then San got owied, but then Sarah does some healing, and Ben goes and lights his lightsabers, and he points one at Alternus. Well, he's got 2. I know he's on the redeem side now, but I like to think that he's got Anakin's lightsaber, and he lights that, and I think he still's got his unstable lightsaber.
Yeah.
Because of the moveset that he has. And I think he points the unstable one at Alternus.
Okay.
And he goes, then I will fight you as a guardian and as a seeker. And I'm going to strike to subdue with my +2 forward, but also with dark because I have Walker in Twilight, which lets me use my light and dark interchangeably. So that's a 6 and a 5 +4 would be 15 to hit Alternus Dim.
Wait, what are you rolling +3? So your bonuses are.
I had +1 forward.
Yeah.
I have +1 to strike to subdue because I have you never taking my heart because my ally got hit.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I just want to make sure your stat wasn't at your dark wasn't at 3 for some reason. Okay.
No. My dark is at 2.
So strike was to do. Choose your 2.
Yes, choose my options, and because I have dry form, I can use both sides. But I think that's okay because I can use both strike this and strike this to subdue. So. Oh wait, strike to subdue was mastery. I lied. That's still a 13 though, so it's still the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's do harm. Defend myself from harm. And de-escalate the situation.
How are you gonna try to de-escalate the situation?
I think he is. I don't think it's gonna stop the fight, but I think he's trying to maneuver Alternus in a way with like maybe he's actually only attacking actively aggressively with one of the sabers, and the other one is to keep him moving, so he's having a harder time retaliating.
Okay.
He's keeping him busy, so it's not like a real de-escalation because they're still fighting.
Yeah.
But it's a you can't hurt other people.
As you strike at him and you gotta get him on the arm a little bit, you watch as a red wave runs through his armor. As you can hear him mutter a single word. Default. and you trade. He's gonna take the harm though. As you're like trading back and forth, you can all look and you can see in his kind of big chair, Palpatine is just like, and you can see his throne is hooked up. Sarah, let me just fit a description, Sarah, and I'll get right to you. As you can see, these Arsan. Man, too many S's. Too many S's.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You are Arsan. We haven't been here last time. So I'm not sure. You see the tubes. I understand. I know you're busy.
It's wedding season.
Tom was at 2 weddings. Who would invite? Learning very quickly, don't invite a wolf to a wedding. As the tubes are like sticking out of Palpatine's back, and you can see energy is beginning to flow through them as he is siphoning off. It looks like he's not. And the party realize something. You know, I think San realizes this. This is not a cannon. This is for absorbing. As you can see, Kingdom Hearts is starting to flow and it's flowing into him.
Yeah, San wants to go. Can San escape this battle arena? Because San definitely wants to go mess up Palpatine.
You know what? Go ahead and roll push through stress.
Okay.
Specifically, we're roll push through stress with dark.
Okay. And then, am I at disadvantage or is this just reg?
This is reg.
Okay.
It's gonna take a bit to get to him, but I'm gonna see.
That's because I think San kind of glances over at Alternus and is like, my heart tells me to go another way. And it's gonna go fuck up Palpatine. Oh, I did it. I did it. I said the F word. Very quietly.
Alright, last episode, I'm gonna say the F word.
I think you can still say it this one. I think we're allowed to. I watched a PG movie the other day and they said the F-bomb quite a few times. I was surprised.
A PG movie?
PG-13, sorry. So that is a 9. That's a 12? Oh, 11.
Okay. So you're gonna escape Alternus. You're gonna do what you were doing. Trying to succeed to do.
Oh yeah, I gotta pick 2, right? Or am I just, or is this just like a...
Let me look through push through stress. So you're succeeded what you're attempting, and then what are you gonna try to do?
Forward. Succeeded what I attempted, which is to go, she's gonna go attack Palpatine. Like
okay.
She wants to go... Am I gonna... We're gonna strike with some intent on Palpatine.
Well, what's your secondary effect?
Well, my secondary effect, I'm gonna gain an advantageous position.
Okay, cool. You're gonna be able to get up to him.
Sick.
And almost like he knows you were going for him. Child, do you really think you can fight the dark side?
My heart tells me I can. So I think I can.
Let's see how strong that heart is.
Stronger than yours, I think. You seem like you're on your last legs.
Do you know how many Kingdom Hearts X Star Wars songs I was looking at today? There's a lot of them out there.
Is there a Duel of Fates? Is that what's happening?
These are all Kingdom Hearts Star Wars songs I'm about to be playing.
Sick.
Are you striking with intent? Oh, you're striking with dark. Awesome.
I can, I have strike rate, so I can use light instead of dark when striking
Okay.
with intent.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Ben and I have a similar build. We're the combat kids. Okay. That is a 10. So I am going to defend myself from harm. And I think I'm actually going to take control of the situation. And I want to disable the weird absorbing... Like, I want to, like, get him away from the gun.
So he has 4 tubes. I'm going to say you're able to take one out.
Okay, I'll take out a tube.
as you kind of strike him, and he looks at you. Are you defending yourself?
I am I defended myself, and then my take control of the situation was me destroying the tube rather than like targeting him.
And he kind of looks at you, and like as you're kind of doing that, he kind of like you watch as you strike through him, and you hit a like force field. You do manage to feel as the force field weakens beneath your attack, but he looks at you and goes, "Now it is my turn."
Do your worst.
And he, with one hand, lightning strikes you. And you're able to defend yourself as you're launched outward, though, into the sky.
Your turn to fall from a long height.
As the battle begins and you see Alternus go, you think you can skip your judgment? And for his turn, he casts. Roll to defend from harm. Lightning Spear.
Wait, who?
Yusan, as he tries to strike you out of the air with a bolt of lightning.
I got an 8. Yeah, I got an 8.
All right, put a danger in yourself, or let me make a move.
I'm going to expose myself to danger.
Cool. You're gonna take 1 harm because his attacks are very strong, but you're
I'm not.
Oh, why not?
Are you for real? Look who's winning.
Okay.
I can negate harm done to me.
You're still gonna get put in danger, but that's totally fine as you're able to pivot and dodge the strike, and you kind of like skid back into the 3-point hero like Black Widow landing, and you like put your head up and dodge right as you see the black-scaled and green-fired head of a humongous dragon try to snap at you. Villain, it's heroic cur. Did you think I would just let you watch? That I would let you just fight?
I thought you were just gonna watch. You didn't seem that interested.
I will end you both, and then I will take Kingdom Hearts for myself, for I am the mistress of evil. Aelita, roll a defend from harm as well, as Alternus is coming in from a strike, as he goes from the lightning spear and he rushes in with his sword.
Defend is light. Sorry, I'm like.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so that's 11.
Awesome. You trade blows as he is still being pushed back by Ben in this like crescendo of fighting. Aelita, what would you like to do?
So the piece of helmet that I guess she has, she just kind of like tosses first of all.
Don't need it.
I don't need it anymore. And I think there's a big dragon now. I think because Ben is kind of got Alternus, I think Aelita's gonna go and help Sun and maybe I guess do this one. I think would be an attack to strike with intent. Sorry.
Okay, on on Maleficent.
Yes.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, it's so very good. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh, that is a 2.
Okay. Ooh. As you go, you watch as you kind of try to strike at Maleficent, and you kind of look and you see Palpatine go, "Whoops," and you trip as Maleficent grips you in one of her claws and smashes you to the ground, dealing 2 damage as you feel the back crumble of your Keyblade armor kind of crumble in a bit. Fight. Kill each other. Kill each other now.
I've got a thing that I would like to do.
Sure, Sarah.
So seeing from her position kind of on the battlefield, but not necessarily like engaged super like in either of the fights she sees, Alternus is there. Palpatine is there. Maleficent's there. She is going to take Mog, Keyblade Mog, and kind of, I'm kind of making this up, so like don't look for any lore reasons for any of this. Have like a Fire Emblem's Three Houses moment where she like takes the Keyblade and like whips it, and it becomes like a whip, and she's going to whip at Alternus. So I would like to strike to subdue.
Oh my god, we're getting an attack roll from Sarah?
Yeah.
What's the Soul Calibur lady, I think it is? Whose sword? Yeah, there we go.
Alright, I'm gonna spend a link to give myself advantage. Hope that I roll very good. And I did. Okay, cool. So that is a 11.
Awesome. Alright, so you're striking with intent, right?
No.
Subdue. Okay, so you're gonna deal harm right off the bat. Choose
Yeah.
to?
I'm going to alright, hear me out on this one. Force a change of location. So as like this whip hits Alternus, it kind of like wraps around a limb, and she wants to sort of like whip him into Maleficent to be like, oh, well, if this is a 3-way fight, well, let's make it actually 3 ways instead of 2-on-1. And it doesn't have to like, you know, do any damage, but in trying to like get them to fight each other.
You know what? I'm gonna make say it does a damage to Maleficent. I think that's a cool way of using that they've never seen you done before. So I'm gonna say you knock into Maleficent, which else is gonna take a damage as you're tossing away. As this fight is going, like I just imagine you see like in the 5 seconds you see San get like blown out, get across, avoid the lightning spear, land, almost get eaten by a dragon. Aelita comes in, tries to strike Alternus, tries to strike Maleficent, flips, does all this stuff, gets attacked by Alternus, and then here's Sarah just like, this fight is going chaotic. So chaotic, what is Alpha doing? You're muted, Alpha. Oh, there you go. There you go.
I am going to tap one of my locked links, and I would like to deep dive.
Sure, what are you going to deep dive for?
Well, let's see. That is, deep dive use heart. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So that's an 11. So I get to ask 3.
Okay. Let me double check. Is it 3? Yeah, I think it's 3. Wait a second. It is 3, yes.
What here is not as it seems?
We're gonna say you also realize that the cannon is not a cannon, but in fact, Palpatine is absorbing the light.
Okay. So I want to ask this question, but I don't mean it in a, like, physical danger to Alpha's personage way, but more of a, like, meta level, what is the biggest threat here? Threat to our goal, let's put it.
Ooh. I want to say the Master of Darkness, but you know what? It's Alternus. If anyone has the most conviction out of any of your enemies right now, it is Alternus.
Okay. What here could I use to... I don't know how I want to phrase this. I guess defeat Alternus.
How can you... Okay, I can give you a little tip of how he kind of works then. Because defeating him, I mean, you gotta hit him a bunch, but you notice that the more damage he takes, that more armor begins to glow. And you feel like once he gets enough of it, he's going to do a big attack like he did before. So, regulating that you put... So you would figure doing a little bit of damage on him at a time probably isn't the best way to do it. If you're going to take him out quick.
Okay. All right, cool. So that's my deep dive. The other thing I would like to do is... So, right now, Alternus is involved with mostly Sarah and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And Sun and Aelita are dealing with Maleficent. And both of those are kind of threats we need to deal with. And also there is Palpatine steadily absorbing energy that is also very concerning off in the corner over there. So, since my way forward is unclear, I'm gonna roll with Mastery to, if there's no door, then I'll make one.
Okay, you're trying to get to Palpatine?
No, I'm trying to find a way forward that is directly advantageous to my goal. You can interpret that however you want. And I am also going to get advantage on this.
I'm trying to think, because that's kind of a tough one. You know, because you kind of know what you have to do for your goal, but let's see, you're trying to...
Because we're kind of, like, essentially fighting on we're fighting on two fronts and then have another issue off in the corner that we're gonna need to deal with eventually. Alpha doesn't know what to do, so I'm going to, if there's no door, I'll make one and figure out what to do.
You have to focus down, is what I'm going to tell you. You need to clearly take one of these people out at a time, because you realize if you go for Palpatine, Alternus is gonna keep taking cheap shots at you. And if you're in the fight with among Maleficent, one of them is going to try attack. So you need to, like I was kind of saying before, but even more so, the opening is directly advantageous to your goal. Ooh.
And I got a 9, 10, 11. That is with Mastery. So an 11.
You would note that if you can get Maleficent or even vice versa in the line of like some of the attacks, you could probably get them to hurt each other.
Excellent. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have that be my opening, and I think Alpha's gonna do some rope-a-doping and try to kite them into each other.
All right, so what I'll say is we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that, just because you did roll 2 moves, and I do want to make sure we cycle around back to Ben.
Absolutely.
But you do gain that knowledge for your deep diving through if there's a no door. As like Alpha's like hopping around trying to analyze. Everyone's like, Alpha, what are you doing? He's just like, I'm analyzing the battlefield.
Exactly.
The Garland Ironworks goggles on.
Keep your eye on your target. I am your fight. I think he's going to swing to... I'm gonna technically strike with intent.
Okay. Alternus?
It's because I can Alternus, because I can pick from both. Lists don't matter to me. I can pick from both options. Oh, I suppose they might. I suppose they might matter. Nobody's taken harm since the last time, and that was for subdue anyway. So that is a 4 + 2 is 6. Let's see. Can I do anything about that 6? When rolling dark, you may voluntarily take harm to add 2 to the roll. I don't know if this is considered an obstacle. Is Alternus considered an obstacle?
In terms of what? What are you trying to use?
I'm trying to use my darkness is my weakness. You can let darkness overcome you when you need to overcome an obstacle. When rolling dark on a move, you may voluntarily take harm. He's literally an
obstacle to
yeah, like to our thing.
Accomplishing our goal.
Okay, so that's now it's an 8. So I can choose.
And you're gonna take harm, right?
Yeah, I took a harm for that.
Okay.
So I choose 1, and I can choose from both. I think he goes to. I think he says, "I am your fight," and he starts. I think he in this weird, maybe not great, smart way, holds both of his lightsabers with both of his hands as he starts to kind of juyo a little bit more. So it's much more aggressive, fighting that Anakin would do. And maybe there is some sparks and stuff because he's letting darkness overcome him in this. So maybe that's why he got hurt from it.
Mhm.
And I think he's gonna get that strike in, and it deals the harm. And he realizes what he's doing, which is being maybe a little too aggro about it. And I guess I'll choose defend yourself from harm as he separates the lightsabers back.
All right,
he assumes he's going to be retaliated against.
So sorry, can you? So you're gonna defend yourself from harm.
That's the only one to get.
Okay, that's the only one
because
to
it's
get.
a 7 tonight. Because it was an 8.
But you are doing damage though.
But I am doing damage because that's the base of strike with intent.
Awesome. You strike Alternus, and you watch as his armor kind of glows even more red, and you hear a beeping noise. And he looks at everyone and goes, "It's my turn now." And you watch as his sword begins to glow red like a saber.
Hate that.
And you can hear Palpatine. "This'll be the final word in the story of Skywalker."
Waka.
As he is going to... Ooh. Who is he going to look at? He's going to look at Ben. Ben, roll me defend harm from disadvantage. And is there anyone behind directly above? Who else are you near right now? Is there anyone?
I mean, I am
Alternus.
melee. I guess I suppose Maleficent if Alternus got thrown into Maleficent.
That's true. So that means Sarah would also be.
I mean, Sarah used the whip.
Not just any whip.
And Alita
This
was
is a key
okay.
flavor.
I'm gonna say it's Alita,
That's an 8. by the way.
Alita, Sarah, and Ben.
Wait,
could
you
also-
said disadvantage.
Yeah, all of you can give me rolls at disadvantage.
Okay. No, that's still an 8. Those are my
this
last
is
2.
light, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll spend a link to make it normal advantage. Or normal.
As you watch as he drops his sword and it disappears from view, and time freezes. Brave.
Oh, also, I
Yep.
guess I could just... What if instead I used Eyes of Heaven? What if I did that instead?
Have you seen this attack before?
I don't have to have seen it. I just have to have a link on them.
Do you have a
and
link with him?
I, in fact, have a heart link with Alternus Dim. A locked heart link with Alternus Dim.
Long have I waited, and now your coming together is your undoing.
I hope you appreciate. I tried to practice a lot for this voice. Let me tell you.
I'm spooked.
I just wanna. I can't get Palpatine cheese out of my head. So
That's so disgusting.
yeah. Okay. Well,
You're
if you need to
welcome.
know my role for this, I got a 9.
Okay. Ooh, usually you roll really high on that.
I know. Well, because it's mastery. So usually I roll very well. And this time I did not.
You must either both take a harm or neither of you takes a harm.
No, not a harm. The harm.
The harm.
I think that no one takes any harm.
Ooh, you could have did some great damage.
Yeah, I know, but I want to protect my friends.
Okay.
I got 3-stage fight. I'm okay.
Well, they
Yeah,
would.
but I don't know if my
they
leader
wouldn't.
does.
They wouldn't take the. Oh. You know what? I'll say I'll flavor in a way. And this is more of giving you an advantage. I'll say you can take.
Okay.
You could just take the harm by yourself if you want to inflict the harm to him.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll do that.
Spicy. Don't die.
I have no harm yet, so
You're our
it's fine.
healer. You're our healer.
As you watch, as have you ever watched Bleach?
I know about it.
It
but-
looks like you watch as the sword disappears, and suddenly there are several other replicas of the sword all around you in the blackness, the black murkiness of darkness. And you see as they all strike at once, as he goes, "Brave, ballet of the blades." And Sarah, you find yourself as you also mimic. It's funny because you both do it at the same time. You both drop your weapon. You go and you say the same thing. And we actually, as we kind of like zoom in on your face, you speak with Alternus's voice as you're doing it because your eyes are like flaring up. The goddess Etros is giving you the vision. You're full health, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fine.
You're both going to take 3 damage as you strike each other, and there's this big cascade. As
Sarah!
You watch as you look, and there are pieces of the armor on Ultranus missing at this point.
I imagine, like, there's just her eyes. You would see the, like, little symbol of Etro. And then, like, once the attack is, like, over, you see, like, I don't want to say steam, but it's, like, smoke, but, like, light smoke coming off of, like, her armor where all of the, like,
Oh yeah, and
damage that she had taken.
And you see smoke coming off his, and you think for a second, how is Ultranus still standing from all that damage? And then you watch as you see blood seep from beneath his helmet. As
Blood.
He, like,
This is a PG game.
PG-13. There could be a little bit of blood.
Okay.
As you watch as he stands up and he turns, and he actually has to take a knee for a moment. And I think this is the perfect time to take a quick 5-minute break. See y'all in just a little bit. Hi everyone, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War. And layer.
Lucian
Final.
indignantly eating sushi.
I wanted to get you all at this very rare moment of your life where we could see the truth. You know, so our actors need to eat. Our actors are beautiful. Our actors are people too.
We were hypothesizing and we got in trouble.
You won't tell me who is in the armor.
Right.
Well, we know who's in the armor, but you know what I mean.
It's Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Okay.
The second.
I
Doctor
promise
Strange is
you
evil twin.
all will be revealed. Every question, every wonder.
Pencil, those a sushi fan confirmed. Accurate.
Where was I? Oh yes.
Being a stinky man.
Yeah, Alternus was taking a knee.
Are you saying that his weakness is being stinky?
Being your old piece of gorgonzola over there.
And
Oh my god.
And yours is trust within your friends.
The
Y'all are
smelliest
just
of
snacking
gorgonzola.
cheese, please.
I'm so sorry.
Unlimited,
fine, I'm joking.
wait,
It's funny.
unlimited cheddar.
Oh no.
I'm not going to describe what this thing is, but every time we have compared Palpatine to cheese, all that's been in my head is Kasu Marzu. You can look that up at your own discretion. I'm not going to say it on stream because it's gross.
Alright. Alternus is on his knee, bleeding from everywhere.
From just everywhere.
I don't know where it's coming from. He's bleeding.
So, as you he looks, he brings his blade up, now having to wield it with two hands. Grant me just a little more strength. Sarah, how's Sarah looking?
She just took 3 harm. What do you mean, how's Sarah looking?
How do you
It's like
feel
you
after
forgot
the
that
attack?
super cool move. Hurt. And a little tired, but despite all of that, she still got this look of determination on her face because she's
That's
gonna
good.
fight with all of her heart.
All of your heart, you say.
Yes,
Con.
all of her heart.
You have heart. What do you say?
Yeah, I've got heart. I'm gonna. What? What do you mean? What do I say?
What are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing? That's what you
Yeah.
were asking for. I think she kind of looks over and sees what's going on, and I think she kind of like glances at Alita and then gives her a nod and is going to attack Maleficent. I think she's gonna, because Maleficent's a dragon form.
I got on the wrong hand. Okay, yeah, you're gonna attack on the. Sure.
Maleficent's a dragon form, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, San wants to kind of like launch up from the ground. Like, I think she like does like a squat down and then like thrusts herself up to take a big old swing at Maleficent's throat.
Awesome.
She's sick of it, so we're gonna strike with intent.
1 second. I'm gonna go grab something really. Prof was trying to grab. Roll your dice, please.
I will roll my dice. Strike rate. Sick. It's a 13. Well, you can't hear me. Get a heartless plushie?
I always forget to bring him out.
You little heartless plushie?
Yeah.
He's so cute.
He is cute. I got a 13.
Oh, that's not cute.
Yeah.
What are your options, please?
No, I think it's very cute.
I too have the move Drive Form, so I can use things from Strike with Intent or Strike to Subdue.
Nice.
I would like to defend myself from harm. You know what? Yeah, I'll defend myself from harm because we're still in a dicey situation. And then I would also like to force a change of location. I want to get Maleficent out of the spaceship. Can I hit Maleficent hard enough to push her into space?
You just want to remove her into the stage?
I just want to
You could
get
take
her out of my face.
You could take her into the sky if you wanted to.
I will take Maleficent into the sky.
Like yourself with her?
Yes.
Cool. We watch as San. So you're only dealing 1 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Marking that on my little sheety sheet. You watch.
She just doesn't want her to be able to like hit people who are engaging with other people.
Oh, I totally get it. You watch. The mix is wild today. Let me tell you. You watch as San kind of goes up and does the strike and the reaction command as like Blister tries to swipe once, swipe twice, bite, and like you do the thing where you put the spear in her mouth, and you do that like balancing move when you're on top of her, and you throw her weight into the sky as you both take off.
Sick.
And you're kind of having this like, she's trying to snap. You're on her back, and you're basically like whamming on her. You're like smashing the reaction command as you're like she's in the sky with you.
Nice.
Okay, so Maleficent is out of the fight for now, except for San. What's Alita gonna do?
So Ilea can get up now.
Mhm.
Because she was pinned before. So I think she sort of like staggers up. I don't like Palpatine. I don't know if I should go after him. Yeah, I'll have her go ahead and go after Palpatine. But she hasn't noticed the tubes, has she?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Yeah, I think taking out or attempting to kind of like take out Palpatine, because she straight up does not like him. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
Are you sure you want to do that? Replica.
Yes, but I want to straight to subdue.
On Palpatine, okay.
Somewhat have a thought.
Tell me, Alita.
Ooh.
You show your back to your creator's killer.
I think she's going to sort of grit her teeth at that, because her goal is to help her friends and not go on personal vendettas. But it is definitely difficult.
Yeah.
So I think she sort of like and goes after Palpatine, and tries to. I got a 10, by the way.
Okay, awesome.
So I'd like to de-escalate the situation and take something from him. Take something from them. I'm trying to think of what though, because I definitely want to like de-escalate the situation and basically prevent him from interfering anymore.
Okay.
So that the focus can mostly be on. What's his face? I didn't expect to get 2. I was just gonna de-escalate, and now I'm like, I don't know.
You can take something from him. You can take another tube if you want. You can take another one of the tubes.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll
Cool.
take a tube.
There's 2 remaining now as you're able to cut through one.
Slice right through it.
And you see Alternus weakly turn to you and like try to take a step to attack you, and he falls to one knee. Alternus dim. You're going to de-escalate. Okay. I'm gonna give you an option, Alita. You can de-escalate. So I'm gonna give you an option: de-escalate or escalate. You could de-escalate so everyone can focus on Dim, although it looks like Dim might be on this last leg, or you can ensure that Palpatine comes to you now. What would you like?
I'll have Palpatine come to me.
Excellent. As you don't stop him, as Palpatine looks and sees the sad sight that is Alternus Dim, who is finally appearing hurt. It doesn't matter. I don't need to resurrect the antithesis of Kingdom Hearts anymore. I can merely become it. I will take the power of Kingdom Hearts and make it my own. And Alters go, but that's not what we agreed on. That's not the plan. Foolish Dim. It does not matter now. For I will destroy these world lines and create a new galactic empire. Now, Kingdom Hearts, fill me with unlimited power! As you watch as energy begins to cycle through him, and he begins to almost transform as metal begins to come over. And you watch as emerging from behind him you see a large guardian-like creature that looks like a Heartless loom over. And Palpatine begins to float in his chair. As you see, not one, not two, but 10 lightsabers float around him. And it continues even more. As you see, it's like mutations, as you kind of look around, and you see Palpatine's robes change to both white and black. Light goes on forever, and darkness does too. That means I will become forever the Forever Emperor. I am the Sith. I am a Sith. No, I am all the Sith. And you are puny. And he looks at Alternus, and she sends one of the lightsabers right through him. As you see Alternus get blasted back onto his back.
Excuse me.
I thought focus was on me.
Yeah, I was
Can I
gonna
roll
say.
interfere with that?
We're gonna say that's a story beat. And he floats in.
Okay, but
Yeah.
what if?
But what if?
Ooh.
But what
ooh.
if?
Ooh, are you gonna?
What if we have
Oh yeah,
prophesied?
are you gonna prophesize? All right, remember you get one of these. What is your big prophecy?
Yes. Well, we had been talking about having some way to redeem or save Alternus, so this seems like a good moment.
Do it narratively. Step out and say it in character.
Sure.
Yeah, give us your prophecy.
So I think that it's just like in the games, Final Fantasy 13-2, where there's this moment where Sarah has a flash of it. It's like a literal prophecy. She has a flash of the future, and she sees everything that Nick just described, like, you know, Palpatine gathering all of this energy and becoming this big end boss. And she sees that attack where this lightsaber goes right through Alternus and gets him. And then she snaps back to just before that happens. And I mean, it's really just like a pull him out of the way so that it misses. So
You would avoid killing Alter? Okay, you could go even bigger. That's what I was expecting.
Oh, okay. Then
it's a whole game-changing event.
Yes.
The only thing I'm gonna ask you not to do is not to be like, Alternus suddenly changes his mind. That's the only thing I don't want you to do. Anything else, fair game.
Okay.
Put him in
Anything
Alternus
else?
jail.
Anything else? Then put him in Alternus jail.
Can't fight us.
You
can't fight
you could
against
even you could even be like, I don't know. It's up to you. What do you want? Change. This is the like I said. So anyone that doesn't know at home, prophecy is considered an advanced move. So you can only take it once you get 5 level ups, which is a big deal in Powered by the Apocalypse. And Sarah has gotten her 5 level ups for this campaign, so she can use this move once and just change anything dramatically.
It does say like one sentence though, so. But I mean,
I
if
don't
you're
give a
giving me,
fuck.
Honestly, I
well,
kind
you just
of
gave one.
I kind of like the rest of what's going on. I just like Alternus just had that realization that his Master of Darkness has turned on him. We save his life. Like,
Yeah,
you're
and
right.
the
Literally,
idea
we're right.
is
He
that
knows
like
we're right.
Well, yeah.
on top of that, like seeing us like, and I don't, like you said, I don't want to just be like, and then Alternus changes his mind.
Yeah.
But I want him to get that kind of glimmer of like, because he was very stout, like very like not stout.
Can I
but, like,
suggest something?
You see a spark of hope in his heart.
Can you see that
Yeah.
Alternus knew this was going to happen? Would that be something? Like, he knew that the Emperor was going to turn on him?
Okay.
I mean, if you think that makes sense for his character, because we don't know what you
Well,
have planned
you don't
for
have
him.
to. So you could change anything that, even if it doesn't deal with Alternus.
He's
that's
telling
all-
you.
Yeah,
He's
I'm,
telling you to make a narrative choice because that's what the skill. That's what the
skill is. I'm just
It's
telling you.
one
Yes,
for a
but it's-
party.
Yeah, I would just say, preferably don't change Alternus's like mind, but like anything else is free. I'm telling you, anything is free game.
Okay. I mean, if that's the case, then we can go with my other idea where it's literally Palpatine trying to draw on this power, and then he's filled with light instead. So that was my other idea.
Okay, do you
And-
want to say true?
And having like a
Kingdom-
moment of like
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is light, and then answer like
Do you want to say that?
yeah. Because then I think
Say it loud. Say it
would
proud.
be, it would be a good narrative moment. So so I guess let me think of. I can't remember exactly how you had described him starting to like really collect that
The
energy.
power
but
is
that all
starting
goes
to
the same.
coalesce with him, and as he's growing, he's like, "I will absorb the darkness, and I will become eternity. Light goes on
And-
forever."
And I
Darkness
think
too.
that
Mhm.
like he even does get up to that big like ultimate kind of form where he has that guardian, he's got these like lightsabers kind of floating around him, but then you see these cracks start to form on the metal that had covered him, and like from within you can see like the light starting to peek through,
What
and
is
it's just a
going
little
on?
at first. And then the cracks kind of start to like you know how like when ice cracks it like spreads, and it kind of starts to spread across like his entire body. And as they do, the light becomes stronger and stronger, and Sarah says, "You had it wrong. You can't just use this power for your own selfish gains."
But I am the Sith. I am all the Sith. I am everything. He's like struggling to hold out.
And Sarah just shakes her head, and she's still a little shaken from like that big attack that she had done, and she just says, "You might be a Sith, but Kingdom Hearts," and there's like a dramatic pause. "Kingdom Hearts is light." And she says it like she doesn't scream it like they do in the game. It's very like subdued, but it's one of those like even though it's quiet, everyone can still hear it.
And you watch as Palpatine begins to scream, and you look, and you see Alternus raise his sword. "It seems, my master, even you failed to realize that. The truth of the matter. Kingdom Hearts is the enemy. Attempting to use it will only end in your downfall." And you watch as several quick strikes happen. Time stops, and Palpatine is shattered as he breaks apart into several pieces as light begins to explode out of him. "But I am..." and just like disappears slowly.
would like to roll to cast magic,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna spend a link to get advantage on it. You know what? I'm gonna spend my or tap my locked link with Alternus.
She's cute. Stop you.
All right, that is going to be 9, 10, 11. So I get to pick 3. So I'm going to heal harm, hit more than one entity, and make it bombastic.
You want to hit Alternus as well?
Yeah.
As you see the wounds Alternus begins to stand up. And we're gonna cut to San as this is going on. San, you're fighting Maleficent right now.
I am fighting Maleficent.
Maleficent's snapping you. Go ahead and roll. What are you doing? Are you attacking?
I would like to attack Maleficent.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna strike with intent.
I was waiting for Nick to just be like, and then Maleficent lands on top.
That is a 10.
Awesome. Are you dealing?
I would like to deal great harm and defend myself from harm.
As you strike in, as Maleficent starts to dive bomb into the air, and as you hit the ground, everything explodes into fire. You see Maleficent emerge out, breathing heavily in her human form. Cease this.
You asked for it.
Surrender.
Okay, then get lost. Like now.
Oh, and she hits her staff on the ground, and the flames come around. She just disappears.
Where does that happen in the sequence of events?
Right after this happens. So as you kind of turn in and you see San, you turn, because what you were attacking with, Maleficent looked like she was going to get a strike on you, and then the light kind of blinded her, and you were able to overtake it and stab directly into her.
Okay.
As I just imagine you do the stab down, and then she goes back down onto the ground, as the dragon.
Okay.
So San, you see this going on. You see the remainder of this happen.
Palpatine exploded into cheese cubes.
Yeah.
No, cursed.
So cursed.
What is Dim doing at this moment?
He's between you and he's looking at the Kingdom Hearts in the sky.
Sorry, the song started and I laughed. I think San, when she touches down, would go towards Dim and put her hand on his shoulder and be like, I told you, our hearts would guide us in the right direction. He was never going to be on your side.
Yeah, now, Alternus, now that he's dealt with, how about, like I said before, how about we go together?
I think that's the best idea.
So, I'm about to do something I wasn't planned to do. We kind of got to this is kind of the end of the episode that I was going to be at. But I think we're at a beautiful moment where, because I thought this was going to go a lot longer, but with that prophecy, I could not just have it not happen there. It was just too perfect. That's how Powered by the Apocalypse happens, folks. Sometimes you get thrown from your loop by your players, and like they say in Monster Hearts, the story is a stolen car. Drive it like you stole it. So we're gonna accelerate in, and I'm gonna be able to get more time to do other cool stuff I get, which is kind of awesome. As you kind of look in, Alternus looks at you, the same red eye staring back and the black hair, and he nods. And he takes a step forward. Whatever happens in there, we finish it, alright?
Yeah. Together?
Together. With friendship.
And even if we fight, I bear no ill will. Because this is not a clashing of friends or enemies.
I know.
This is my hope versus yours. To Kingdom Hearts.
To Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
And as he steps in, you hear a rumbling. As with the death of the Emperor, you hear the screeching and the skittering of Heartless as they begin to outflow through where you came in the reactor core in the thousands and thousands, like pests and bugs. Dark sides, all different matters of Heartless, everything you faced. And as you kind of get to it, you see two figures walking, one carrying the other. As you see Elrena and Laurium, keyblades in each hand. They wave. Elrena waves.
Sarah waves. They're like limping, like
Yeah.
you're struggling. And like the Heartless are like pouring out.
Oh yeah.
Lots
And-
of Heartless.
And you watch as Alternate Stem goes, as he goes over to the kind of broken pieces of darkness that are the Master of Darkness, Palpatine, and he picks out a single piece and presses against him. And he raises his hand to the power as you watch as a shadowy bridge extends. And he walks upwards. Join me. And we'll finish this.
Of course.
And he disappears into Kingdom Hearts.
Alpha's going to look back and
Oh, Zeke froze. Oh, you're good now.
Laurium! Oh. Okay. Don't know why my computer's acting up.
Okay, you're good now, though.
Alpha's gonna call out to Laurium. Oh no, now I'm lagging. Help.
Oh no, you were good. You're good on my end.
Yeah, I think you're back. You're okay now.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Today's
Provided
just a
that...
struggle.
Yes. Today is just a struggle. Provided everything is working correctly, Alpha's gonna call out to Laurium. And, are you okay?
I still think it's probably him for me, but at least I found someone else to go through the end with. Shut up, no one's dying. And she kind of looks back. Oh my god.
Sarah, can you heal them before we go?
There's not time. These Heartless are gonna keep coming. And she, like, deposits Laurium, who kind of shakily stays up and kind of brings one Keyblade forth. We'll hold them off. And you know they're probably not going to be able to hold them off. Not as they are now.
I think Sarah says, I'm happy you found your friend, Elrena.
Yeah. Looks like things worked out. Although now we're going to be swallowed up by the dark abyss, but you know what? At least we're doing it together. What are the last two dandelions left, Laurium? Doesn't that make it kind of sweet? Oh my god, why couldn't I have been left with brain somewhere in there, isn't he? Oh yeah.
I think, this is kind of more flavored than anything, because they all know that these two are done for. But, you see Sarah lift up a hand to her, her Mystic Phantasmal, and it starts to glow, and the light kind of like shoots out from it, and it's like this little ball of light that splits into two, and then like goes into the two of them, and they both look fully healed for what it's worth. But like I said, it's kind of just like a little like not consolation prize, but it's Sarah knows that there's not much they can do, but this is what she can do for them, so at least they'll go down putting up a good fight.
That's good.
Yeah,
You
in
give
case
them
that
extra-
wasn't clear, I'll just
That little enhancement. We didn't have to make a roll for it. You just do it.
yeah, well, it was ultimate form, and
Yeah.
I spent some links to heal them
Okay.
completely, but
And they kind
you know,
of step up a little bit
flavor.
stronger. And something you noticed, that who's examining Kingdom Hearts right now? Let's say Alita is. The bridge is not extending. And you kind of put two and two together. You need a master remaining, or at least the power of one to open Kingdom Hearts. And your master is gone.
What are you waiting for? Go.
Who?
You. All of you.
You're coming with us.
Yeah.
Not this time.
What do you mean?
I was given this chance by someone who wanted to do good, follow their heart. I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna make them proud. I'm staying.
Alpha's gonna run up and hug Aelita around the waist and say, if that's what your heart tells you to do, then I'm not gonna try to stop you.
Thank
But
you.
I'm really happy that I got to be your friend.
Yes. You take care of yourself. And each other.
You're just as
course.
stubborn as Caspian, and I think he's gonna like move forward.
Oh, do you all hug?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Sorry, there's a
Kingdom Hearts.
there's a one-armed hug, and then Ben goes on.
As Alita was kind of stating her resolve, you could see that moment of like realization on what exactly it means on Sarah's face, but then she gives a another nod of kind of determination, and she says, "Follow your heart. That's right. We'll all follow ours. And even if you're not there with us, we're gonna end this together."
I know you will.
Take care, Alita.
You too, okay?
Of course.
And I
Sarah,
think- oh, sorry.
Aelita's
Nope.
gonna be there. And so are all the rest of our friends. Right here.
Yeah, we're gonna end it
Always.
together.
I'll never be far.
Thinking of you wherever you are.
And I think as Sarah starts to head off towards the door, as she passes Alita, she raises a hand and like gives her kind of like a comforting squeeze on the shoulder, and like one more smile and nod, and then doesn't say anything, but then heads off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think San kind of gives like a small wave and then heads off. Because she's still honestly, I think San, as she walks towards Kingdom Hearts, is thinking about what Master Strange said about a person looking for you.
And as you try to walk to Kingdom Hearts, the Bridge of Light will not extend for you.
For any of us?
The kind of same realization, I think, is going to hit Sarah first. What Aelita saw as well. Altars dim. He's the Master of Darkness, and Palpatine took that power. Used it to gain access. It seems you would have to do the same on another side.
So I think Sarah had walked up, sees that the bridge isn't extending. You said Ben had walked up, right, Lucian?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think Ben can hear Sarah kind of whisper under her breath. We need a master's power. Alternus had used the Master of Darknesses to open this.
Hey, Alpha.
I was just thinking.
There is something sticking out of your book that you didn't notice there before. A card.
Gonna pull it.
It looks different. And you hear a very... Sorry, I just need this to be done with the song, because this is a... As you look and the Heartless are coming through, and we kind of see this battle. Aelita, roll me a strike with intent as the Heartless are coming after you, Alrena, and Lorian. But roll with advantage, please, as they begin to swarm forth.
That's a 9.
With advantage?
An advantage... What is that?
Just it's like just roll another dice and then you take the 2 highest results.
Oh. Trying to remember how that worked. Ooh, okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Awesome. And you watch as they kind of try to emerge at you, and you, with the power, you throw your Titanic Keyblade, and you take out 3 dark side at once. And then with your energy power, you cause the Keyblade to resound an explosion around them, as Lorian and Alrena are also casting magic and fighting back at varying intervals, and you're holding back the Heartless threat. You know if you were to break the line here, they would try to invade Kingdom Hearts, as that is their goal. And Alpha, as you pull it, actually no, everyone hears this. The voice of Master Strange. I might be trapped in another dimension, but I could still do one more thing for you. The door doesn't say you need me. The door says you need a Master of Light. Do you play the card, Alpha?
Absolutely.
And call out, who do you summon as you throw the card down?
Am I summoning King Mickey?
You are summoning King Mickey.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Return of the Mickey voice.
And you yell out, scream it out, Zeke. I want to hear it. I want to hear you summon him.
All right. King Mickey!
And as the
throws out the card,
light opens up, emerging through in a shadowy silhouette. Joining Aelita is not just Mickey, but you see 6 other silhouettes form behind him. You'll fight with not 1, but 7 guardians! As he points to the door and goes, I am Light. These are my friends. And I will defend the world lines across all lines. As the light extends. Champions from across the rift, I summon thee. And you don't really get to see the figure summoning around you, because that would just go into a lot of copyright. But you do see a big tall figure with red hair, two figures that look very much the same, a figure with black hair, a figure with light brownish hair, a girl with short brown hair, a boy, a teenager with longer white hair. As the light hits the door and the bridge extends, and you reach that last save point.
Yep. And Alpha's gonna trot on up there and give a big wave and say, "Thanks, King!"
You got it! Gives you a thumbs up.
We'll see each other again. Somehow. Sometime.
Oh, like real.
And trot on up to the door.
So this is the important thing. This is the, what do you all say to each other? And I can imagine Aelita can also talk as well on this too, like before you push onward.
We follow our hearts to the end.
Right. But whatever happens, let's come to a decision together.
I imagine our hearts will
Okay.
guide us there.
I think so too.
I know as long as I have you guys there by my side, then we can do it.
Ben, thoughts?
I said, That's what he's got. And he's gonna just wait to go in.
And I think Aelita turns and says, "Hey, it's gonna be okay, all right? This is all worth it because I got to meet all of you."
I'm glad I got to meet you too.
Thanks, Aelita.
Thank you.
See you again soon, Aelita.
See you soon.
And you step through. And we go onward to the final battle. And because we have a little bit of time left, I'm going to play out this last scene. Because I think this is perfectly worth it. You get to a place. A place that you've never seen before. As you emerge in a place of pure light. And as you transcend into another stage of dimension, you realize you're not in your world line anymore. You're at a place of all world lines. And as you fly, as you feel yourself floating in the light, you see a small platform floating in the distance, like a tiny island. And in it, you come closer. See, it's like almost stairs leading up to like a detached throne room. And it shines brilliantly with light. As you see Kingdom Hearts, like a miniature version of it, sitting almost like about 7 feet tall. And it lights with all matters of colors. And you see Alternus, who is on the other side of it looking at it. His blade growing red with the power of darkness. It looks like he waited for you. My friends.
Thanks for waiting.
Yeah.
With this sword, I can destroy Kingdom Hearts and complete my goal. Or you can fight through me and make your wish like I did. He actually doesn't even hold the sword up to you. He sticks the sword in the ground, crosses his arms, and waits.
I think
We have all the
It's
time
a shame.
Time in the world in here. Time doesn't move like it does out there. We could stay here forever. Infinitely locked in the stalemate.
I think San actually wants to deep dive.
Sure.
Let me check those rules because I don't deep dive often. Okay. I'm gonna spend a link and give myself advantage.
And the longer you four are here, the longer you can hear people from your past. Almost seeing in the light forms of Ben Kenobi, from Shirma, from Snow and Hope, from Ashitaka, even Moro, staring out of you like ghosts from a different land.
I rolled a 13.
You asked 3 questions. Doesn't need to be on the list.
Okay. I honestly think there's really just one.
Uh-oh. You want to know who alternate stem is?
No.
Okay. I thought that's what you guys were talking about. Okay, never mind. What do you want to do?
No, San wants to know. San is basically asking her heart, what is the best way to break this cycle? How does San save? How does the group save the world? Is what San is looking for.
You know what? I want to just give you one, but no, you don't get off that easy. Either you could save the world either way. If you destroy Kingdom Hearts, you're going to doom the world line and a bunch of other world lines. People are going to die, but you can reset the world. You could basically, no, you won't even reset. You'll create a new world.
By destroying Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. If you choose light, you can use your wish to do whatever you like, except for destroying Kingdom Hearts. You could use your wish and make a place where you could easily prevent the Interstitial War from happening. And it might happen again in the future, but who knows? But by destroying Kingdom Hearts, you would take away the chance that another wish could be made, that a wish could be made. Would you... It kind of comes down to, like, almost like freedom and safety. But, like, there's freedom in both. It's just darkness. Darkness will hold sacrifice, but will give you safety in the long run. Where light will not invoke... will save everyone, but the war could always come back. But you would be saving the world either way. Like,
okay, so they're both the right answers.
Yeah.
Just one, a bunch of people die. One, we have to figure out a wish to make together.
It's kind of like what you've been like with Doctor Strange, Master Strange, and like them have been saying. There's not actually like an evil. I'm sure if Palpatine would have got a hold of there, what Palpatine's option was the evil option.
Right.
But with the people now, no matter what choice you make, it's not going to be evil. It's just going to be a different way of going about things. What does your character believe in it? I guess what.
Right. No, that's all I was trying to figure out is, does destroying Kingdom Hearts actually solve things?
Yeah. And I'm not trying to, that's why I'm saying my answer is I'm not pulling an ass pulling you, it will. But so
right,
will life.
that's...
Yeah. And what are your other 2 questions?
I will pull from the list. What here... Well, actually, yeah, what here is not as it seems?
Alternus Dim is definitely not as you see. Well... Alternus Dim is pretty much what he's saying. You don't think it'll... You get the idea that Kingdom Hearts is not going to go down without a fight if you side with them. which is basically me saying either way you're going to have a final boss.
Yeah, that's fine. And then what was done here recently?
That
Yeah.
is a very good question. As your mind replays back everything, for once you have the vision and not Sarah. As you see multiple versions of Alternus, he takes off his helmet. Don't see his face. Cries. And he thinks there for a bit. And he makes his wish. He comes to Kingdom Hearts alone. He looks battered in different ways. He cries for a bit. He stays. He makes his wish. He comes again. And the cycle keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. Time doesn't matter because time is stagnant. So in reality, it could have been just mere moments ago before you all arrived that Alternus from the previous cycle made his wish.
So I think San kind of like comes out of the vision and is like, there's a way to do this without destroying Kingdom Hearts. We can prevent the war from happening in the future.
Are you saying that to Alternus?
I think she's just saying it out loud to everyone. She's just announcing it to everyone. But if we destroy Kingdom Hearts, we will of course doom several world lines and have to start over again.
Even if you think you can prevent the war, there's still always a chance that won't happen.
I guess that's a possibility. But in what I just saw, deep in my heart, you've wanted your friends back. Dearly.
That is why I waited for you to make a choice.
And now we're all here. There's no more wishing for friends to come back. Now we can just wish to fix the cycle and bury it deep. Where we won't have to do this again. Because we're all here. Safe and sound.
Out of game, I'm going to ask you, is that the group's decision to push forward in the light? Use the wish of Kingdom Hearts. Like, I want this to be a conversation the four of you have. Like,
yeah. I think San was just explaining the options.
No, that's fine. I'm more so telling that to everyone else. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't like.
Yeah, I think that was Sarah's intention all along, was to get to the door, quote unquote, win, so that they can make the wish and then wish for, whatever legalese verbiage that they use, but in the end, wish for the cycle of the interstitial war to stop. That was kind of her plan. If she had things her way. At least in her mind, the potential risk that maybe things don't work out is better than the assured loss of life and darkness that the other way has. I don't know. That's her train of thought.
Everyone put their case forward, you know.
Ben's just here to do what his friends want.
What does Ben want to do though? Like,
I feel like we got here really fast, and I haven't had enough time to actually parse anything, so I don't have an opinion. But like, I don't have a character opinion, so I suppose my out-of-game opinion is that it would be eventually I would have gotten to that spot. So I assume that Ben would essentially come around to what his friends wanted.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm saying talk that in character. Like, so San says this, and then Sarah says vocalizes this and says, I think this is that. What does Ben respond to with that?
He says, I think this is probably... give me a minute. If this is the way to stop it from happening again in a way that causes the least suffering, then I suppose I am for it.
Even though suffering might happen later on in the future.
Suffering always happens.
That is very true.
We can
It's just
only
how you solve it.
We can only make sure we don't contribute to the suffering.
Alginus, what was your life like before you were summoned here?
I lived in a beautiful place. I had friends, much like you four. We went on many adventures together. Distant lands. I fell in love. I lost my love. I lost my family. I lost my friends. And I lost myself. And ultimately, my world was forgotten. Because of Kingdom Hearts. And he goes to remove his helmet. And as I said, all questions would be revealed. Including the one meta question that was asked, which is probably on your mind. Why did Nick decide to put on this wig? Lifting up the helmet, you see a man with red eyes and black hair. And as his armor begins to strip off in pieces, you see he wears one black glove. As he looks and goes, my real name is Noctis Lucius Callum. And Kingdom Hearts destroyed my lands. It was forgotten.
Well,
Does that hurt you, Noctis?
It hurt me immensely.
That your land was... Does it hurt you still?
It's a wound that won't go away, but...
But you would do that to every other world? All of them?
I would end this cycle and create something. Create a new land.
But you have to hurt so many people in the process.
And yet that is the
And-
biggest realization I've learned on this journey, Alpha. That any road leads to suffering.
But even if you create a world without Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts doesn't create light and darkness. Light and darkness just are. Even a world without a Kingdom Hearts will still have light and darkness. And just by the nature of light and dark, like, light causes shadows to be cast. So there's always going to be an edge where the two meet, and there's going to be fighting. Even if there is no Kingdom Hearts.
About Kingdom Hearts,
Getting...
the Seekers won't be around, there will be no Guardians, there will be no Heartless. We can be free to choose our path. Not preordained in a cycle of war. Don't you understand? You're only here fighting because you were summoned. You can't do anything else but fight. The fact of the matter is, with your master gone, if we were to exist outside long enough, you would fade into light and I would into darkness. And the whole cycle would begin again and again.
Noctis, there's always going to be war and suffering. If not Kingdom Hearts, something else. It's just how it goes. You just have to figure out how to fight back, how to deal with it.
Well, I have figured out how to fight back. This is how I fight back. You stand against me at the end.
I don't want to.
not about what we want, Alpha. It's about what we need to do.
Well, and I think what we need to do is not destroy Kingdom Hearts. There's no reason to damn these other worlds to suffering when we can bury this war deep with our one wish. I don't want to damn any people.
Ben.
I'll fight you.
Ben, you're not alone.
Ben, at one point in time, you would have... I thought of anyone you would understand. I thought all of you would understand.
I do.
Noctis, you're not entirely right. There's not just one thing we can do. You know what else we can do besides fight? We can love. And I love my friends. And I love you too. And if we're gonna fight, then we'll fight. But can I at least have a hug first?
I think I'll give that hug. And he holds you for a couple seconds. And I love all of you. You don't understand the memories we've had. And as you say that, they all start coming flooding in. As you know, sitting there, you can see images of you all hanging out, of all enjoying worlds. You see images of Noctis and Sarah and San chasing Alpha around Yubaba's bathhouse. Of Noctis and Sarah singing Get Your Head in the Game as they play basketball at High School Musical. Of San and Noctis just like enjoying a chill time as they flip the space in Wally. Noctis and Ben perusing around Halloween Town. Aelita and Noctis hanging out in Treasure Planet, seeing the astral stars. You can see him bidding bye to Milo and Kita, heading on the gummy ship, talking to Master Strange, fighting off Ratigan. You could see it all. You're past all your lives. And a single tear drops from Noctis' face onto the floor as he picks his sword up. Please. Just let me win. Please. Just let me save all of you. Why won't you just let me save you? I'll bring you back. I swear. This is the way to do it. Don't make me fight you.
I think that's what it has to come down to. I don't want to fight you. But I don't want to damn these worlds either. There's people that matter here. We all matter.
Just us.
They matter more. Nothing in these worlds matter more than you four matter to me.
But
I will damn 1,000 world lines to get you back. All of you.
But you don't have to. We're here now.
You don't understand. It doesn't matter what happens. If you wish upon Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War will come back and we'll all fade away anyway. Even if you somehow make yourself alive, we'll still get drawn into this wrong award, and what? We go down the same cycle. But this time, I'll save all of you. I'll save you San, I'll save Sarah, I'll save Ben, I'll save Alpha, I'll save Kim, I'll save Max, I'll save Dr. Strange, I'll save my own worlds. Please, don't do this. Just give up.
It's time to rest, Noctis. And Ben will light his lightsabers.
What do the rest of you do?
So Sarah's gonna assume a fighting stance and say, if we're really so important to you, fight with all of your heart. If this is truly what you believe in, show us.
San would also step next to Ben and draw the spear.
You really care about me.
We care the most about you. We can make a wish where we can still be together and still save everything. There is a way. We can think of one.
We can think of one together.
Then let's go to that place called Paradise. And as he slams his sword on the ground, the battlefield changes as you are above on a skyscraper as you see the entire kingdom of his homeworld, Insomnia, before you. This was my home, and it was beautiful. Now I face you, Noctis Lucius Kylum, the last king of Lucis. I love all of you.
We love you too.
And as the rest of you engage and rush together, we freeze frame on it. As so ends the penultimate episode of Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War and Lair. Interstitial. Join us next week for our series finale, where, unfortunately, we will be bidding goodbye to all our guest stars and having just one last game with our stars. And it's gonna be a hell of a fight. But there's nothing left to do but to honor the guests that have come forth and for one of the last times say goodbye. So please, starting with Calamity, let them know where they can find you and what other amazing projects that they should go and support, because you were awesome tonight and I thank you so much. And before you say that, I just want to say that is a wrap on Aelita. Everyone, let's give a round of applause, please.
Aelita's the coolest. I just hope I did it justice and this amazing game justice. This is such a cool thing to be a part of. So I just want to thank you for inviting me, because this has been absolutely awesome. I don't want to go off on too much of a rant, but Kingdom Hearts is one of my special interests. So just getting to watch all this and be a part of it has been so lovely. But anyway, I'm Calamity. You can find me at Prince X Calamity on all the things. I managed to get it on everything. I'm mostly on Twitch, but I'm working on getting more on YouTube. And by the end of this month, I'm going to be releasing my very first tabletop game that I've ever written. I'm very excited for that. So if you want to see that, you can follow me on itch.io. Calamity is creating .itch.io, however the itch URL goes, but it's Calamity is creating is my user there. But that will be available by the end of the month. And I've got some other cool projects coming up that I can't quite talk about yet, but I'm going to be at some very cool tables soon. So I keep an eye on Twitter. That's going to be the best place for that. And tomorrow's Black Fae Day, so support all the Black Fae that are going to be celebrating tomorrow.
All right, in reverse order, you know how to do it, everyone.
Hey everybody, I
time.
have been Zeke. I have also been Alpha the Chocobo, and it has been a delight playing with Calamity and with all of our amazing guest stars over the course of this season, this entire series. Everybody's been so cool, and I'm very emotional about next week being the last time. But you can find me on Twitter at E_Z_KIEL, and for the last several times I've been on, I'm making stuff for game jams. I've got 2 more to get through this month, and then 1 more next month, and then I think I finally have free time after that. So keep an eye on my Twitter for news about that stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm Leslie, known on the internet as Leslie Wombat. You can find me and everything I'm up to on my Twitter. Otherwise, I believe Sunday is another episode of Indie Anarchs, where I play a lovely Nosferatu DJ. That's at 8 p.m. Great time. Nick, do you want me to run down everything that's going on in Carrion Comfort? Or do you want me to do that at the end?
You can do that right now.
Okay. I'm also the content manager here. So tomorrow we have Late Night Comfort at 8 p.m. where we'll be talking with Jax. Sunday we have Carrion Comfort News. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesday we will be back with Comfort Sickle, where we'll actually be starting to play The Wolf Among Us, which I have never played. That will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're doing that in prep for our upcoming TTRPG Fables game. Wednesday we'll be back with Good Game Well Played, which who knows what we're playing on that show. We announce it on Sundays usually, or figure it out on Sundays. And then actually we don't have anything for next Thursday, and then we'll be back around Friday for the finale of Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War at 7:30 Eastern next Friday. So be sure to follow us at Comfort Carrion for everything that's going on in Carrion Comfort, because I'm sure we'll do some kind of stream on Thursday. Probably play some kind of video game. And that's me.
Hi, I'm Lucian. I played Ben Solo. And I don't got anything else going on right now. So you can come see me one last time in this show next week.
Neat. Well, I'm Aid, or Ashley. I also don't really have anything else going on right now. You can hit me up on Twitter at Aid3E, where I mostly just hype up all my friends and all the cool things they do, and occasionally send random shower thought tweets out. Yesterday I was like, does anyone else use a blanket when it's super hot out? Yeah, good. I'd like to know that I'm not the only one. I gotta get that pressure. Anyways, or you can find me on Discord. I'm Aid there. Really, I'm just Aid everywhere. I lurk and hang out at the Carrion Comfort Discord, or I also hang out over at the Gehenna Gaming Discord. So yeah, that's what I've got.
Alright, and I guess that's just me. Hi everyone, I was your game master. For the second to last time I'll be saying this. And you can find me over on Carrion Comfort Studios on Gehenna Gaming, where tomorrow I'm actually going to be playing Alien Anthology. We're running through our first episode of Destroyer of Worlds. Got that out at 8 o'clock. And then Sunday you can find me at 8 o'clock over on Devil's Luck Gaming, my other home, where we'll be playing Trinity Sins of the Past, where it's a fun 12 episode series, and it's amazing. A lot of good costuming, a lot of good props. Very much mummy vibes going on right now. But yeah, and I just want to say thank you again to everyone that watched, everyone that stuck with it through this long, and mostly to my players, because